sound too unanimous, let me try this side of the room. How many of y'all feel changed today? How many of y'all on this side of the room feel changed today? I mean, it is incredible, remarkable, astounding, amazing, the change that Jesus makes in our lives. I mean, before Jesus, I was mean as a snake. I would kick your butt for stepping on my shoes. You know, I'd sooner cut you than bless you. You know, I was very fluent in the use of blunt instruments. I was not a nice guy. But something happened. You know, one day in a Christian fellowship in Edina, Minnesota, a 15-year-old boy was led to the cross, and I was changed. That's the good news. Now, the bad news is that I stayed that way for about a year before the world got hold of me again. And I was changed again, but not in the right way. And it took almost 25 more years for me to understand what that change that day in that fellowship hall in Minnesota meant in my life. Let me tell y'all, have you ever heard about, you hear people say something was all over something like a cheap suit. And I never really understood that until I had the money to buy my first tailored suit. And when I had the suit tailored, the tailor showed me pictures of ill-fitting suits, cheap suits that were not, you know, it was off the rack kind of stuff. And when you looked at it, you could tell that it was not of good quality. And you can tell that it was even not comfortable for the guy who was wearing it to wear. It was all over him, literally, like a cheap suit. And that is how the old man is on you. The old man is a wrinkled, dirty, ill-fitting, poor-hanging, poorly constructed suit that hangs on your mortal body. But the Bible tells us that we can put on the new man. And that when we put on the new man, something changes. Something changes. You're not the same anymore. Now, that's good news. The bad news is that this is like one of these things where having a father or having a mentor, you know, for a man comes in handy, and probably even for the ladies, because somebody has to teach you how to wear your clothing so that it looks right on you, so that it looks natural. And the problem is that because of the lack of discipleship in the church, is that people talk about putting on the new man, but they don't tell you how to wear it. And so what happens is that people wind up wearing what's quote unquote the new man, but the new man is basically put on over an old suit because you haven't disrobed from the old first before putting on the new, and so now you look like you're walking around in a cheap suit. So as the Spirit leads, I'd like to show you what it means to wear it well. They say the clothes make the man. How you wear the new man determines how you represent yourself to the world for Christ. See, Jesus has a bad reputation among a lot of folks. He's got a bad reputation because he has poor representation. And if you're not wearing it well, you're misrepresenting the one who loved you so much that he gave his life to save you. That's a heck of an opening, ain't it? Yes. Feeling that in my spirit. So, if you have your Bibles, if you'll turn to Ephesians chapter 4.